what's up, guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome to Sunday. Welcome to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all have a nice, chill, relaxed Sunday. And if you've got any weekend league games left, just try not to get too stressed. I'm gonna look back on this video and try and remember that for myself, because I will have 10 games to play on this fine Sunday. We are going to get the first 10 out of the way today, though. And if you do enjoy, do me a favour. Hit the thumbs up button. Would absolutely love to see 2,000 likes. And subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Thank you. So, today's topic of conversation whilst we play our games is going to be between what do I think I could potentially... The starting 11 in my team is kind of set at the moment. But there's a couple of positions and a couple of players you've seen by like the thumbnail and stuff as to them kind of battling out of each other to see whether or not, you know, like who's better. So, gonna give the first 10 games of Foot Champs today to Kalulu and to Samuel Eto'o. Eto's a little bit more nailed on, like a little bit more sort of he's solidified his position in the team. Balotelli's obviously come into the RTG just from completing that SBC the other day, and well, I mean, I'll bring him on as a super sub throughout these games, but he's going to have to do a lot to get Eto'o out of the squad, isn't he? Let's face it. Whereas Kalulu, I brought him in, played a couple of games with him, thought he was very, very solid, and since then, I think I found him to be a little bit slow. Now, look at this. Look at him get absolutely burned here. It's Drogba. It's 89 Drogba, so it's not... I mean, I guess he's lengthy and, he's going to be just kind of quick like the one that I've got, right? But he gets absolutely burned for pace. Now, I recently changed Kalulu from controlled with a shadow to lengthy with an anchor, I believe. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And as you can see here, there's multiple times where I just feel like he's getting burnt for pace. Now, I can't exactly remember whether or not that was happening with me and Maldini. Now, Maldini, I've actually got a shadow on him, and he's kind of in the situation where that Kalulu was. You know, he's controlled with a shadow. Maybe I need to go back to that with Kalulu to give him a chance on that. Or we could, of course, potentially... just give a little run out again to Paolo Maldini. I'm thinking the latter. Probably we'll give him another go, of course, because he's been pretty solid for me for a long time since completing that SBC. So there's no real need to, it's a 100k Kalulu versus a 400k or 300k Maldini. Like, I'm guessing Maldini should probably be a little bit better. Anyway. That's sort of the topic of conversation throughout, and that's kind of what I was thinking at and looking at when I was watching my team defend, when I was going on the attack. Do I think that, in these situations here, Eto'o bursts through and gets the goal? Perfect. But are there some situations where I'm lacking a bit of 5-star skills? And maybe Balotelli could really help me there. And being lengthy, he could also nearly get up to the same sort of speeds as Eto'o. So they're sort of questions that I'm asking. However, as I've been rambling, you've been seeing all sorts of goals going in the first few games of my weekend league. This is game number... Or is this game number 2? It might just be game number 2, where, honestly, there have been so many goals. I think I counted up the amount of goals in the first 10 games of this weekend league, and it was 50, or it was like 49 or something like that, which... considering there are a few like 1-0 rage quits and stuff throughout this video, is quite wild, actually. I don't know how that would compare to previous FIFAs. I used to do a whole like spreadsheet, didn't I, where I would like calculate who's doing what and who was playing the best, who was scoring all my goals, and get quite a good idea as to like how my team's performing and stuff through this Excel spreadsheet. But we don't do that anymore. And then, of course, it got to the point where you could just do it on that app. That was pretty good for a while, but can't be bothered to do that anymore. We rattle through our games too quickly. But there's our first win. Considering we lost in the first game, hey, at least we're back on winning ways. And my next opponent has Prime Ronaldinho. Hello. Nice card to have, of course. But we can go 1-0 up. Eto'o to Drogba. Drogba to the back of the net. We've seen that plenty of times, haven't we? But Jarzinho and this Dicatalier is how I'm going to pronounce his name. Sorry if that's incorrect. Seems like a monster. He's about 300k plus and 4 SBC sections long to get, and then you get a choice between a 4-star 5-star or a 5-star 4-star. I think this guy had chosen the 4-star 5-star version. Fair enough. And yeah, just like a tough player to come up against, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get him done, because where does he fit in the squad? Like, it would be great to have him, but I don't see him getting in over anyone, really. It would be over Cruyff, and I don't think that Cruyff is... Nah, I don't think De Ketelaere will be better than Cruyff, right? There's just no way. Anyway, we're 4-2 up here. Make that 5-2. Sergio Ramos coming through with a green-timed header from a corner, which I kind of stopped doing for a little while, because I felt like the goalkeepers were saving it more when I put the green time on, so I sort of stopped doing that for a little while. But then, as you can see, second half was a little bit of a different story. I think I was a little bit asleep. I had got overconfident with the fact that I was 3 goals up, and I let this guy back into the game. And he went on constant pressure, and you know how difficult that is to defend. Everything that happens just goes perfectly for the team that's doing it. And he ends up getting it back to 5-5, and I'm like, there is no way that this is deserved, but we're now going to have to go to extra time. However, my super subs are going to do the business here. It was Balotelli, Adama to Balotelli that ends up getting that goal right there, but then he had a super sub in his own, Butragueno. 6-6, 12-goal thriller. All right, still 1/2 of extra time to go. Can we make this one count? Well, Adama into Balotelli. Again, just great from him. Just holding off the defenders and just getting past them. Green time finish into the back of the net. Lovely stuff there. And then super sub Enzo whips it into super sub Adama. Surely that is enough to win the game. And it was 8-6. Just a casual 14-goal thriller. You don't see them very often, do you? And I had an 8.3 XG to his 3-point-something. He scored 6 goals with a 3-point-something XG. Madness. Anyway, that's 2-1. And at that point, I had a little break. I thought, you know what? This is ridiculous. There's been about, I don't know how many goals. There's been like 30 goals or something in the first 3 games. So I had a small break. Played a little bit of Hogwarts for a bit because I'm loving that game right now. By the way, 284 is in my 80-plus player pick. We'll take that all day long. And then back into it again. Next guy is called Rat Attack. And then I saw Jarzinho and Mbappe, and I was like, yeah, you're right. You really are. No, I'm kidding. But it is just such a common attack to see that it's not even funny anymore. It's just despicable. But after 4 minutes, I'd gone 1-0 up, and he quit. And I was like, wow, did not expect that, if I was being honest. I thought he was going to give me a really, really tough game. So, early pressure on that guy got the better of him, and he quit. So, perfect stuff. However, this was going to be a different opponent right here. Mbappe, 92 Eusebio, and that Mahrez, I think, is a bit kryptonite-y for me. He is that sort of player which, for some reason, is just really good. I don't know if his stats look that amazing compared to other players in this game, but he is very good, and I struggle against him. And he knew what he was doing, this fella, in the attack, and he had, obviously, the players to help him dispatch a bunch of goals, and he made it work for him. So, half-time, 3-0. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. I'm gonna skedaddle because there is just no real point in hanging around in that one. That was not gonna go my way, was it? And into the next one. Mbappe again. Player of the month, Messi. See him a fair bit still, I guess. We get a penalty there on 4 minutes, and I would have put a lot of money on that this guy was just gonna dashboard and quit at 0-0, but he didn't, and fair play to him. And then when he ends up getting the second yellow here for Chris Smalling, he was being very, very aggressive in the challenges. And when he gets that second yellow, gets the red card. Does he pause and quit here? I think he might have dashboarded in the end. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he ends up getting out of here, right? Yeah, there we go. So he's dashboarded there. So, so he doesn't have to take that red card. And we can get another victory. Hey, great stuff. So where are we at right now? I think we're 4-2. I think. Excuse me. So into the next one we go. Next opponent has got Lucio, Rashford, Brolin, Roberto Carlos at left wing. Hello? What's that all about? But I don't even want to talk about this game because this guy was just quality. I could not get near him. And no matter what happened, he was just so fast on the attack. And I found myself 3-0 down after 6 FIFA minutes. How does that happen? It means that he must have just got the ball, sprinted forward, scored. Got the ball, sprinted forward, scored. And then I held out a little bit longer. Thought, game's still early. Maybe I can get back from this. But 4-0 after 19 minutes. I'm done out here, aren't I? So we move on. Take 2 pretty heavy L's in a row. And that be that. So, into the next one. Oh, Team of the Year, Benzema. Was it a prime Eusebio? It might have been. It was a good Eusebio, and they're all good, aren't they? And then this World Cup volley, and all 3 of those players really know how to shoot. So it was going to be a tough one, and I find myself 2-0 down after 15 minutes. Yeah, Jorginho into volley, into Pogba this time scoring the goal. Yeah, 3-0, 21 minutes. I'll see you later, Foxy. You are better than me. And that is 3 pretty hefty defeats in a row. So we're now 4-4, just like that. I thought I was having an all right session. And the catalyst for all that, right, was before we lost that first one in the row of 3, I was 2-2 against a guy and he quit at 2-2. And that just really wound me up. So I wonder if some of that mentality just annoyed me and I started playing bad. Who knows? Anyway, a tiny break later, we went into the next one. And this game was weird. It was just weirdly easy against a guy that probably should have done a bit better. But we can take the 3-0 dub, move on, and that's 5-4. If we can win the next one, at least we'll be 6-4. It means that going for 11 for tomorrow's video would be a little easier. However, if we lose this one and we're 5-5, it would be a pretty standard weekend league for me. And there's some nice players in this squad. However, my aerial threat was pretty heavy in this game. First couple of attempts were actually like headers that won me corners. I then scored from the corner. Cruyff just like out-dribbled his defence really, really well in this game. And then Zizou bangs one in to make it 3-0 before half-time. My opponent's not going to love that. He's going to quit. Hey, and at least we're 6-4. So it means that we've got a pretty good shot, I guess. If all goes well for me on Sunday, to get up to that 11 wins. And, well, what is there? There's potential for red Cristiano Ronaldo in the red player picks this week. So that would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Would that bring him into the squad and bring Alawiran back in? I don't know. We would have to see, of course. But Kalulu, going to drop him. Going to drop him for the final 10 games. Going to bring Maldini in. Because that will give me a better understanding as to which centre-back is best. I don't think I'm going to drop Eto'o, though. Balotelli's been all right off the bench, done a couple of good things for me in a couple of matches, but overall I think Eto'o is just super solid. Look at the amount of goals and assists that he's got, as well as Drogba. Those two are firing. It is the African strike force of dreams right there. They are both absolutely brilliant. So I think deservedly they keep their spots in the squad. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. Can you do me a favour? Hit the thumbs up button. That'd be absolutely brilliant. 2,000 likes would be amazing. And of course, if you subscribe to the channel if you're new, that would be brilliant also. You can find me on social media. My links are down below. Have a great day. Take it easy. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace.